Ladies and gentlemen, we've all been told one version of this lie. You just need to get motivated and everything will fall into place. Now let me ask you, how many dreams have been delayed, waiting on motivation? How many plans have been postponed until we felt ready? Well, today, we're going to turn that old idea upside down. Because as Jeff Haden puts it in his remarkable book, The Motivation Myth, motivation isn't the spark, it's the result. You don't wait for motivation. You earn it. You generate it. You build it by doing the work. And that's what we're going to talk about today. How real motivation is created, how success is structured, and how you can stop waiting and start building. 1. The myth. Motivation creates action. The world says, first, get motivated, then take action. But Hayden says, that's backward. Motivation is not the fuel for action, it's the byproduct. You don't start with fire, you start with a match. You don't start with momentum, you build it. Action leads to progress. Progress leads to satisfaction. Satisfaction fuels motivation. So, when you feel stuck, don't ask, how do I get motivated? Ask, what's the next small step I can take? Then take it. 2. Process over inspiration. Fall in love with the routine. Let me tell you something powerful. You don't need more inspiration. You need more systems. Hayden writes, the key to success is not having big goals, it's having the right process. You see, champions don't rely on motivation. They rely on habits, routines, schedules. Want to write a book? Don't wait to feel inspired. Write 500 words every morning. Want to get fit? Don't wait to feel pumped. Show up to the gym whether you're excited or not. Motivation is inconsistent. Discipline is dependable. When you embrace the process, you stop needing permission. You stop relying on mood. You show up, rain or shine, and that is what leads to results. 3. Success is not a lightning bolt. It's a slow burn. We tend to think success comes in a flash. One big idea, one lucky break, one viral post. But Hayden teaches us a quieter truth. Success is not an event. It's the result of thousands of boring, mundane, consistent actions. You don't get in shape by running one marathon. You don't become rich by one brilliant trade. You succeed by doing the small things over and over and over. The real question isn't, what's the secret? It's, are you willing to do what's obvious long enough to get what you want? Small wins compounded over time create extraordinary outcomes. The power of checklists. Create momentum through completion. Here's a deceptively simple but incredibly powerful strategy. Use a checklist. Why? Because completing tasks, even small ones, gives your brain a dopamine reward. It says, yes, I did something. And when you feel progress, you want more. That's how motivation works. It's not a cause, it's a consequence. Hayden explains that checking things off, even mundane things, creates a sense of forward movement. So, build your day around visible progress. Wake up and make your bed. Knock out that first task, cross it off. You'll be surprised how much motivation shows up after the first win, not before. 5. Passion doesn't come first. It comes from progress. Another myth we believe is this: follow your passion. But what if you don't feel passionate yet? What if you're just beginning? Jeff Haden offers a better path. Passion isn't something you start with. It's something you develop through mastery. In other words, the more you improve, the more you care. The better you get, the more engaged you feel. So don't wait for passion. Build skills, get results. And then, you'll feel passion growing as a reward, not as a prerequisite. 6. Fake it until you feel it. Use behavior to shape emotion. Here's something that sounds strange, but it's true. You don't need to feel motivated to act. You need to act to feel motivated. Jeff Haden calls this the principle of doing before feeling, and it's one of the most freeing ideas you'll ever learn. You don't need to believe in yourself before you start. You'll believe in yourself because you started. You don't need to feel confident before you walk on stage. Confidence comes from walking on stage, again and again. As Jim Rohn would say, discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. So show up, smile, do the work, let the feeling follow the behavior. 7. Motivation is a myth, but progress is real. Haden's central message is simple, but it's radical. Don't chase motivation. Chase results. Every time you complete a task, whether it's writing a page, making a sale, or sending an email, you're building something powerful. You're building momentum. You're building identity. You're building confidence. And those three things, they beat raw motivation every single time. 8. It's not magic. It's math. The 1% rule, the compound effect, the law of steady improvement, they all point to the same truth. You don't have to be extreme. You just have to be consistent. Do something small every day, and improvement becomes inevitable. Jeff Haden breaks success down like this. Clear goal, repeatable process, trackable progress. That's not magic, that's math. So don't romanticize the journey. Simplify it, systemize it, show up. In closing, the world wants you to believe that motivation is what you need. But Jeff Haden teaches us the truth. Motivation isn't what starts you. It's what meets you along the way. If you wait to feel ready, you may never begin. If you show up and take action, motivation will join you. So here's my challenge to you today. Stop waiting. Start doing. Fall in love with the process. Focus on small wins. And let motivation follow your footsteps, not lead them. Because the myth has been broken, and the truth has been revealed. Success doesn't come to the most inspired. It comes to the most consistent. Thank you.